I am the Judas Resurrection.
Happy belated Pearl Harbor Day. Or should I say Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, because we're just being reminded of what happened at Pearl Harbor. There was all kinds of crazy stuff. For one thing, we blame the Japanese. And in this video I saw today, they talked about the embargo, that the Japanese were just like, we've had enough. And I've read before, Jerry Fresia talks about how the reason the Japanese decided to attack the United States of America was because we screwed them over in a deal and we weren't willing to pay our debts. That sounds familiar. So much for world peace and a new world order combined. But I watched a thing about Pearl Harbor today, and we've all seen the movie Midway, and some of us have seen the movie Pearl Harbor. I saw the trailers outside a movie theater once on a screen, and I said, well, I've seen everything I need to see with Ben Affleck running around like he's in love. Who cares about the love interests of fucking Pearl Harbor? We got fucking bombed because we fucked somebody over, it seems. I don't know. You can make your own decision on that. But I was watching this thing on Pearl Harbor by a history professor today, and I wrote down notes. Look, I wrote down a bunch of notes, and it's just like Pearl Harbor. Oh no, there was all kinds of shit going on, and things that happened didn't happen right by coincidence, and some things made it so some things are okay, and it was all by coincidence. It was the weather, it was the politics, it was the mess, and it was Admiral Halsey who said, okay, these ships were going this way, and he said, there's nobody in our path that's an American vessel of any sort. And this Admiral Halsey guy ordered that the pilots sink any shipping sighted and shoot down any plane encountered. Just whoo. And at the time, the nation was not at war with Japan or anyone else, as far as I know. He just said, fucking strike them down if they get in your way. You see something, just blow it up. He didn't say it that way. I'm paraphrasing right now. I'm sharing the way that I think that he meant it. And there's a nation at war, and Halsey says, sink any shipping sighted and shoot down any plane encountered. And his ops officer, this guy named Barker, he said, God damn it, Halsey, you can't start a private war on your own. That's a quote from what I saw in the thing. God damn it, Halsey, you can't start a private war on your own. Because he knows the Constitution and the UCMJ and you know the stuff that goes along with this. Anybody arguing against that guy is arguing against the legality of war as it becomes a concept of murder. Oh, murder. Can we still say that on TV? I don't know. Between rape, murder, and retards, they all go together. Why are they protecting one all by itself? I don't know. When if they were all put together, they'd be put in prison and hanged. Not for treason, just because, well, you know, cancel culture. So Bracker says, God damn it, Halsey, you can't start a private war on your own. And then this Halsey character, this admiral, he says, I'll take responsibility, because I think Bracker actually said, who's going to be held responsible for this or something like that. And Halsey says, I'll take responsibility. Shoot first, and then we'll argue about it later. That's not a quote, that's a paraphrase by what he'd said. I didn't have time to take all the notes exactly in quotations, so we're getting to the point here. He said, shoot first, and then we'll argue about it later. Deny, deny, deny. Honest, baby, I only fucked her. I love you. There are all these arguments that go around that amount to the same thing. It's just bullshit, see? Just to get somebody through what they want in the moment. And then you think, wow, this sounds really familiar. I'll take responsibility. You just fucking shoot those fuckers up. Don't ask them why they're there. Don't ask them what they're doing. Just ask them why they scream so much when they die, if you have to ask them anything at all. But we look at this, what, 1941? 1941? I swore I wrote the date down. Well, it was all between about the 6th and the 8th of December. And I'm not just because I don't know that the 7th is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. It's because there was shit going on all around it between Midway and Wake Island. But if you want to sit and compare this with what Hegseth is doing when he says, yeah, I've got his back. Well, you don't have his conviction. You don't have his penalties. You've just got his back. And you're saying, just shoot those fuckers down. Just kill them. They're coming. If you see them, hit them. Well, there's a difference between another country attacking us and saying shoot down people that come at you, even though there is no war time. Reasoning. It's the difference between the Japanese or any other country coming at us when we're not declared in a war. And it's the difference between that and Hegseth Massacre. It's the difference between Pearl Harbor and the Hegseth massacres, where there are big threats versus little boats. Don't get caught up believing that this is the only way things could have been. It's the difference between honking and throwing a middle finger at somebody as they're driving by with someone threatening you, and the difference between somebody that just happened to pull out and didn't know you were there. Pearl Harbor versus Hegseth's massacre. What I really meant to do here. Hey, how you doing? We are the Judas Resurrection.